Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the eerie world of urban legends, you know, those creepy tales whispered around campfires and late-night sleepovers. Let's crank up the spooky music, grab our flashlights and uncover the truth behind these unsettling tales. Ah, the Hookman. This classic urban legend has haunted teenagers for decades. Picture this, a young couple parked on a lover's lane, radio playing softly, completely oblivious to the danger lurking just outside their car. Suddenly, the radio goes static. An eerie news bulletin crackles through. A dangerous maniac with a hook for a hand has escaped from a nearby asylum.
The girl, understandably freaked out, wants to leave immediately. But the guy, ever the brave soul, insists on staying put. Minutes later, they hear a scraping sound on the roof of the car. They're trapped.
The couple hunkers down, fear gripping them tighter than that hook probably grips. Well, you get it. Finally, the sun starts to rise and the noises stop. The coast is clear, right? Wrong. They emerge from the car to find a shiny, bloody hook dangling from the car door handle.
The legend of the Hookman has been around since at least the 1950s, with variations popping up all over the US. Some say it started as a cautionary tale to keep teenagers from staying out too late. Others believe it's rooted in real-life events, like the Texarkana moonlight murders in 1946, where a masked killer terrorized couples in their cars. Whatever the origin, the Hookman remains a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying monsters are the ones we create in our minds.
This one hits close to home, folks. Who hasn't spent a night home alone, terrified that every creak and groan is a sign of an intruder?
The story usually goes something like this. A teenage babysitter is home alone with the kids. Everything seems normal, maybe a little too quiet. Then the phone rings. The babysitter picks up and a creepy voice on the other end whispers, "Check the children." Click. The babysitter dismisses it as a prank call, but then the phone rings again. Same creepy voice, same chilling message. Check the children.
The babysitter, now seriously creeped out, contacts the police. They trace the call. It's coming from inside the house. The police rush over, sirens blaring, and find the babysitter and the kids safe, but hiding.
This urban legend is often linked to a real-life murder that took place in 1950 in Missouri. A 13-year-old girl named Jeanette Chrisman was brutally murdered while babysitting. While the actual events surrounding Jeanette's murder are tragic, there's no concrete evidence to connect it to the urban legend.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because this next one is a wild ride. The killer in the back seat is a classic example of an urban legend that spread like wildfire.
Imagine this. A woman is driving home alone late at night. The roads are deserted, streetlights flicker ominously, and a sense of unease settles in. Suddenly, she notices a pair of headlights appear in her rearview mirror, getting closer and closer. The car behind her speeds up, tailgating her relentlessly. The woman, understandably terrified, tries to shake off her pursuer, but the car follows her every move. Finally, she pulls into a brightly lit gas station, hoping to find safety in numbers. She jumps out of her car, heart pounding, and confronts the driver of the other car. But instead of a menacing figure, she finds a terrified man who screams, "Lady, there's someone hiding in your back seat."
The woman cautiously approaches her car, and sure enough, there's a shadowy figure lurking in the back. The legend served as a reminder to be vigilant, to trust your instincts, and to always double-check the back seat. It's a story that stuck with us, a chilling reminder that danger can lurk in the most unexpected places. The Vanishing Hitchhiker is one of those stories that send shivers down your spine. It's a tale as old as time itself, with variations appearing in cultures all over the globe.
In its most basic form, the legend goes something like this. A lone driver is cruising down a deserted highway late at night, radio crackling.
Suddenly they spot a solitary figure on the side of the road, thumb outstretched, hoping for a ride. The driver, feeling a pang of sympathy, pulls over and offers the hitchhiker a lift. The hitchhiker, often a young woman, climbs into the car, and they continue on their journey.
The hitchhiker might share a bit of their story, mentioning a destination just a few miles up the road. But as they approach the supposed destination, the hitchhiker vanishes into thin air, leaving the driver bewildered and more than a little spooked.
Some skeptics believe it's simply a case of mistaken identity, sleep deprivation, or even hallucinations brought on by loneliness. Despite attempts to debunk the legend, the Vanishing Hitchhiker continues to capture our imaginations. Okay, gather round the campfire, internet sleuths, because this next one takes us deep into the digital age. The Slender Man, a creature born from the depths of the internet, is a chilling example of how quickly a fictional horror story can morph into something far more sinister.
The Slender Man first emerged in 2009 on the Something Awful forums, a breeding ground for all things creepy and creative. A user named Victor Surge, real name Eric Knudsen, posted a couple of doctored photos depicting a tall, thin figure lurking in the background of children's playgrounds. These images, accompanied by chilling captions, sparked a viral sensation, with people all over the internet adding their own twists and turns to the Slender Man mythos.
What started as a harmless online horror story took a dark turn in 2014 when two 12-year-old girls in Wisconsin lured a classmate into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. The girls later claimed they were acting on behalf of Slender Man, hoping to become his proxies and prove his existence. The Slender Man case serves as a chilling reminder that while the internet can be a powerful tool for creativity and connection, it can also be a breeding ground for darkness and delusion. All right, let's talk about those creepy kids that make you want to lock your doors and hide under the covers. You know the ones I'm talking about, those pale-faced, dead-eyed youngsters who seem to appear out of nowhere, knocking on your door, begging to be let in.
These are the Blackeyed Children, and their story is enough to make even the bravest soul sleep with the lights on. Imagine this. It's a dark and stormy night. Rain lashing against the windows, wind howling like a banshee. You're home alone, cozy on the couch, when you hear a knock at the door. You peek through the peephole and see two young children, a boy and a girl, standing on your porch. They look harmless enough, maybe a little wet and lost. But something about their eyes sends chills down your spine.
Their eyes are completely black, no whites, no pupils, just two voids staring back at you. The children politely ask if they can come inside. They say they need to use the phone, or they're cold, or they just want to talk, but something tells you that letting them in would be a very, very bad idea. The Blackeyed Children legend seems to have originated sometime in the 1980s, with stories popping up in various forms across the US and beyond. Whatever their true nature, the Blackeyed Children continue to haunt our collective nightmares. Hold on to your carrots, folks, because this final legend takes us to the shadowy suburbs of Fairfax County, Virginia. The Bunnyman is a strange one, even for the world of urban legends.
The legend goes something like this. Back in the 1970s, there were reports of a man dressed in a rabbit costume terrorizing residents of Clifton, Virginia. He was often seen lurking near an old railroad bridge, which quickly became known as the Bunnyman Bridge. Some say he was an escaped mental patient, driven mad by the cruel world. Others claim he was a vengeful spirit, seeking retribution for some unknown wrong. Whatever his true identity, the Bunnyman became a local legend, with tales of his axe-wielding antics spreading like wildfire.
There were stories of him throwing axes at cars, chasing teenagers through the woods, and even attacking a couple on Halloween night. But here's the thing, despite the widespread belief in the Bunnyman legend, there's very little evidence to support the existence of a homicidal rabbitman on the loose. While there were a couple of documented incidents involving a man in a bunny suit, these were more likely pranks gone wrong than the work of a deranged killer. The Bunnyman, like many urban legends, serves as a reminder that sometimes the stories we tell are more powerful than the truth itself. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into urban legends, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more creepy content. We've got a whole vault of spooky stories, unexplained mysteries, and paranormal encounters just waiting to be explored. Do you have any chilling urban legends from your hometown? Share your own scary stories in the comments below. We might just feature them in a future video. Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical, and most importantly, stay spooky.